Mic check 1 2 3. Mic check 1 2 3.
Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2.
Good on audio, Mr. Swallow.
That's awesome, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we're going to take a look at our sponsors and our social media page. So while you're getting tuned in, getting ready to rock and roll quarterfinal matchup here between Logansport and Welsh, we'll take a look at those fine sponsors and where you can follow under the lights on social media. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to a special edition of Under the Lights. This time, it takes us North Louisiana for a huge showdown, quarterfinal matchup between the Logansport Tigers and the Welsh Greyhounds. Get ready, folks. Grab your favorite beverage, grab some popcorn, get comfortable, whether you're in the recliner or you're on the couch watching or listening to us driving down the road. We should be in for fireworks tonight. A trip to the semifinals is on the line. Two good teams gonna battle it out here at a beautiful stadium. I tell you what, first time here, Tiger Stadium is ready to rock and roll. Been here since 3 o'clock, and they had Welsh fans in the parking lot ready to enter the stadium, and you can see it now is wrapped tight. Nowhere to sit. It's standing room only, and it's going to be a heck of a night. We'll welcome everyone into the chat. If you go ahead, hit the like, hit the share. Let everyone know that the Greyhounds and the Tigers are moments away from kickoff here Division 4 non-select, we thank you for choosing Under the Lights to bring you this playoff edition. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll do your play-by-play tonight, but my color analyst tonight, Mr. Gary Swallow, and my producer tonight, Mr. Enoch Brogy. Gary Swallow, check into the chat, my friend.
Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Under the Lights. We are here at a beautiful, beautiful Tiger Stadium. One of the best facilities that we've got a chance to go to and see this year. Beautiful, beautiful facility, nice turf. Man, I can't say thank you enough.
The tour in the beginning and pregame.
Right, we went on a little tour. Man, all I can say is wow, great facility. Thank you to both teams for allowing us to be here today and broadcast this game. Man, can you believe, Jordy? We are in the quarterfinals,
man. After tonight, there will be 4 left standing. Somebody's going to punch their ticket in about 48 minutes.
You're right.
Gary Swallow, let's check on those game day temperatures at this time. So we're here in North Louisiana. 3-hour road trip for yourself and me and Mr. Brogy. Game day temperatures tonight, 51 degrees.
Oh.
Looks like we're going to have a calm night. Going to be a beautiful night for high school football. Bundle up, grab the hot chocolate. But other than that, it looks like no rain is in the forecast.
That's awesome. That's the most important thing, Jordy. No rain in this weather. But, boy, it's got a little chill in the air. I think the Tigers and the Greyhounds are going to be ready to let loose in a few minutes.
Let's check on impact players for both sides. Keep an eye out tonight for number 1, Jonathan Begnaud, quarterback here for the Greyhounds. And for Logansport, keep an eye out on a few special players here. We'll start with number 0, number 1, and number 2, all 3 seniors. Teamer, Chapman, and Robinson. Some impact players to keep an eye out on tonight. Gary Swallow, that time of the week, my friend, we check keys to victory. And we're going to start with the Greyhounds. What has to happen for the Greyhounds to go upset number 1 tonight?
Greyhounds, they have to control the line of scrimmage. They have to have some big plays. They have to try to cause some turnovers, Jordy. Typical everyday stuff, but they need a few breaks to go their way against this Tiger team.
Special teams could come into play.
Special teams may well be a big part of it, but, hey, I think this is going to be one of the most exciting games of the weekend.
Okay, and we're going to go stick there. Fourth quarter, we'll see if the quarterback can get a big-time run with his legs. You got to extend drives.
Correct.
Third down, short, long, medium. You got to find a way to extend the chains for Welsh to come on here, drive the field, get points. Points are pivotal tonight when you get in the red zone. Whether it's 3 or 7, you got to get it. But you turn things over to Logansport, and they've cruised since the week 1 loss.
Right.
They cruised since the week 1 loss to Calvary Baptist, and they've looked every bit of good of this, the number 1 ranked team in the state. I guess you can say keys to victory for them. Feed off the emotion of the home environment. Play up to your par. You're the number 1 ranked team in the state. Don't turn the ball over. Dominate the trenches. And see what happens on a 50-50 ball late in the game.
Try to get some big plays, get some chunks, make it happen for them. Man, they've been on cruise control, like you said, since that first loss. And I tell you what, it is just feed off of that and keep going. And if you get a lead, put your foot on the gas and keep it going.
But we got a feeling this is about to be a 4-quarter marathon thriller all the way to the end.
You're right, Jordy. I think, a lot of people think that it might be kind of one-sided. I think this is going to be, like you said, a 4-quarter slugfest.
Yes,
and
indeed.
Whoever has it last can make the breaks at the end. That's the guys that's going to come out on top.
We want to welcome the Welsh Greyhound fans in the chat tonight. We want to welcome the Logansport fans in the chat tonight. Hey, if you have anybody that wants to watch the stream, go ahead and tag them in the comments or hit the like or hit the share and should pop up. But Mr. Swallow, we also want to say we are just a broadcast team. We have no dog in the fight. Here to call a good one. So
yes,
we're going to call this baby down the middle. So don't give us too much. Don't give us too much of a break, my friend.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we're going to try to keep it down the middle as much as bad. Don't be hard on us if we have to say something positive about the other team.
First time seeing Logansport. First time seeing Welsh. So we're new dogs here.
Yes.
We're ready to see what happens.
exciting.
So they did announce the referee crew tonight is from the Monroe area. So we will have a Monroe officiating crew, Gary.
That's exciting. You know, they normally don't try to. They try to keep the crews coming from out of the area of both teams, so they just want to make sure it's neutral. And I think that that's a great idea.
We will give you scores from around the state every chance we get. We will give them to you at the end of each quarter.
Correct.
We'll fly through them, ladies and gentlemen. But want to thank my producer for being here tonight, Mr. Enoch Brogy. Your score that you see at the bottom of your screen in the clock, you will be able to follow that all night thanks to our third man tonight, our producer. So big thank you in the chat goes to Mr. Brogy. And like I said, Gary, your own color. I'm on play-by-play. We're just sitting here waiting to see some fireworks. I heard there's a firework display fixing to happen.
That's what they say.
So at this time, we'll step away, ladies and gentlemen. We got about 9 minutes or so from kickoff. When both teams exit the locker room, we'll get back in the chat. But for now, we'll step away. We'll go mute it. We'll be back. Ladies and gentlemen, just like that, Logansport coming out of their locker rooms. What's it say, Gary? Turkeys and touchdowns is the Tiger tradition.
Oh, yeah. That's Thanksgiving week.
And what a blessing it is to call a game with you tonight at the day after Thanksgiving.
You're right, Jordy.
And it's Black Friday, so we get Black Friday football also, my friend.
We're excited. We're excited, Jordy. There's nothing more fun than calling a game on Thanksgiving week.
So we will check on those game day uniforms. It looks like Logansport will be wearing gold on white tonight. Right. And Welsh, if I'm not mistaken, was wearing white on black. So there you go. White on black, gold on white. We're waiting on the Tigers to take their sideline, ladies and gentlemen. And Gary Swallow starting to get those feelings inside where it's almost playoff football, baby.
You're right.
Here we go. Here comes Logansport Tigers. Firework display.
Wow.
Take it in, Gary.
That's it, man.
First time here.
Look at this.
How about that, Mr. Swallow?
Talk about an entrance for the Tigers, man.
Smoke fills the field. And now we await the Greyhounds to exit their locker rooms. Tell you what, that was something else, my friend.
That was very nice. That was the first time we had the opportunity to see their entrance, and I'm going to tell you right now, that was unbelievable. Now we got some smoke on the field. So we got to wait a little bit to get it.
So while we wait on Welsh to exit their locker rooms, I want to thank the head football coach here at Logansport. I want to thank the head football coach at Welsh.
Right.
And both administrations for allowing us to be here tonight. Remember, you got to get permission from both sides. And it's not an easy thing when you get to this point of the season. But for them to allow us to be here tonight, what an honor.
Yeah, what an honor. Can't say thank you enough. Nothing I'd rather be doing the day after Thanksgiving on Black Friday than calling a football game with you, my friend.
We'll check on both head football coaches at this time. Head football coach of the Logansport Tigers, Kevin McGee, head football coach of the Welsh Greyhounds, Ronnie Corville. Uh, it's, it's climbing. All right, Gary. Greyhounds have exited the locker room.
Here they come.
They say it's a business trip. I'm ready for 4 quarters. 48 minutes of waits. Can you feel the energy in the stadium?
Oh, yeah, Jordy, it's coming up. Tell you what, the Greyhounds travel well. They have a great fan base. Stands are full. We got some stands in the end zone. It's unbelievable. A lot of excitement here. They're hitting the knee, last second prayer. And here it looks like they're getting ready to come.
Division 4 football in the quarterfinals, and it's standing room only. You gotta love it. That's why we love high school football.
You're right, Jordy. Nothing like high school football.
Uh-oh. It says
Oh.
Logansport has fireworks before the game. Welsh makes fireworks during the game. Uh-oh.
It looks like they threw down the gauntlet there, Jordy. Oh, my goodness.
Here comes the Welsh Greyhounds, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, this is going to be fun.
This is going to be an exciting ball game, Jordy.
Buckle in, ladies and gentlemen. 48 minutes of wait, a trip to the semis are on the line. And I think at this time, Gary Swallow, we might be doing the national anthem.
Yes, sir.
Play ball.
Play ball. Very good.
We'll check on captains for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We'll start with the Greyhounds. Number 11, Carter Phelps. Number 32, Tanner Mallet. And number 52, Caleb Benicini. Okay. We'll check on Logansport, Gary.
53, Jordy. And it looks, I couldn't tell. It looks like 57 maybe.
We'll get those numbers as soon as this is over. Coin toss is flipped. Let's see who won the toss. Number 56.
Logansport wins the toss and defers.
Number 53, Nathan Wells, and number 56, DeMarcus Thomas, was your captains for the Logansport Tigers. Logansport won the toss. They deferred to the second half.
Yes,
we
sir.
will see the Greyhound offense first, led by number 1, Jonathan Begnold. And, hey, all I can say now is enjoy the game, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yes, sir. Looks like the smoke is finally clearing off of the field. So we might be able to get some football going.
All right, let's check on the kicker for Logansport. Looks like number. Can't get a number, Gary.
Can't see, Jordy.
53 is your kicker.
It's 53? Wow.
Wellis. Kick is up, and here we go. Boot meets ball. Greyhounds have it, but swarm down immediately. And that's where the Greyhounds will set up shop.
36.
First and 10.
The 36-yard line, Jordy.
From the 36-yard line.
Actually, more 36 and a half.
This is where we will see our quarterback for the very first time. Number 1, Begnold. We're going to start out with the inside line. Oh, he busts it again. Here he goes. Oh, baby. Number 8 off to the races. Touchdown. Greyhounds.
Oh, my goodness.
Fireworks to start this one.
My, Jordy.
Number 8 goes untouched. Hayden Van Ness. And the Greyhounds strike first.
That was a 64-yard run, Jordy.
64-yard scamper to the house. Extra point team in. Your kicker, number 18, Brecken Haydell. Gary, you're going to have to hold this where I can see it tonight. Waiting on the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up, and no good. Gary missed it.
No good?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
It looked good from our angle.
I thought so, too.
So, ladies and gentlemen, with 11:48 to play here in the first quarter, Greyhounds strike first. Tiger Stadium, Welsh 6, Logansport 0. We might be in for a track meet. Hold up a second.
We might be in for a big-time track meet if this keeps on going, Jordy. Look out.
It's Your kicker, number 18. Brecken Haydell.
No.
And boot meets ball. Short kick taken in. Full head of steam. Going to be tackled down immediately. And this sideline is fired up, Gary.
You're right. Sideline's fired up. The fans are fired up. Man, Jordy, this
Now,
is
how will Logansport respond?
Yeah, this is
They
important.
just got punched in the mouth. Can they respond?
This is going to be important.
So it will be 1st and 10 for Logansport. About the 35-yard line, Gary.
Yes, sir.
We'll get that quarterback's number after this play. They'll fire out a pass, complete to number 1. And he's upended, but not before. Picks up about a gain of 9. So there on the reception was DeWart's Chapman. Gonna be 2nd and 1. Looks like your quarterback tonight will be number 4, Stephen Holloway. And there's a snap. Inside handoff to the tailback. Needed a yard, and he got a little bit more, my friend.
Yeah.
There on the carry, number 20,
8 or 9.
Jacadian Carter. Chains will move. Tigers go quick. It's 1st and 10. Ball is at the 48-yard line. Carter going to get the carry again, and Carter going to be drugged down. That time the Greyhound defense are ready for him.
Looks like he lost a yard, Jordy.
So lost a yard there, 2nd and 11. Ball is at the 48-ish, 49-yard line. Quarterback going to roll to his right, under all kind of pressure. Now he's going to tuck it and run. Gets a block and dives forward. And Gary.
1st down, Jordy.
Picked up enough.
Got about 12. He needed 11. He got about 12, Jordy.
Yes, sir. 1st and 10. Tigers on the move. Clock will run. Right where we expected. Both teams to come out firing.
Yes, sir.
So, new quarterback into the game, Gary. Little Wildcat look here. Number 5 going to take the direct snap. Oh, look at that Greyhound defense.
-1. Looks like he lost about a yard, Jordy.
That was Canadian Fleming on the direct snap there in the Wildcat look. So they lost a yard, 2nd and 11. Ball is at the 37, my friend, correct?
Correct, Jordy.
And we apologize, folks, we're not the highest tonight. The bleachers don't go up that high. We had to get in the visitors' bleachers tonight, so just bear with us tonight. Hopefully we're giving you a good view. Quarterback gonna drive back the pass, take a shot, look a screen here. Complete to number 1. Breaks the tackle, still on his feet.
Still
there he goes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, Tigers. Number 1,
Jordy.
DeWart's Chapman. And the Tigers march right down the field. And they're an extra point away. Or actually, my mistake, they tied this game up.
Extra point away from taking the lead, Jordy. Looks like
and
they may go for 2.
They're going to keep the offense on the field, and they will go for 2. So it's a little slip screen right there. Good blocking, but an even better run afterwards. Direct snap, same guy, number 1, dives for the end zone, and he is in. 2-point conversion is good. All right, folks. Both teams. One team it took them one play to strike.
Yeah.
Another team about 5 or 6
6.
there. And we got us a 2-point ball game.
Right, Jordy, and we expected this to go back and forth. But man, I'm gonna tell you, this has the making of a track meet.
This one came out with fireworks. Yes, indeed.
Yes, sir.
Your new score from Tiger Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. Logansport 8, Welsh 6, 8:53 to play. Get ready. We're in for a treat tonight. Gary, first things I saw on both drives. Welsh, you got a big play hitter in number 8 at the tailback position.
Most definitely.
Logansport, they want to get it to number 1. Give it to him in space and watch him work. We're going to, for Logansport.
Right.
Give it to him in space and watch him work. Look out for number 1 and look out for number 8 moving forward.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Little sky kick. They're going to call this one dead. Should be an offsides penalty here.
Yes, that's what it looks like. Flag on the play, Jordy. Looks like it's offsides against the Tigers.
So back him up 5 yards there. Number 53, your kicker. They went with the sky kick. Let's see if they go right back with it. And this time, kick it in. Gonna take it in about the 41-yard line. Trying to get a couple blocks, but even better kick coverage there from the Tigers. And now we will see the Greyhounds. 1st and 10.
Looks like it's about the 41-yard line, Jordy.
Last time we seen the Greyhounds,
that was one play
it took one play, a blink of an eye, and they were gone.
Well, actually, 42-yard line, Jordy. I'm sorry.
1st and 10, 42-yard line. 8:50 to play here. Waiting on the snap, Gary. There it is. Handoff to the tailback, and that's some tough sledding there, but he's a tough runner.
Right. Had to stop. He kept those legs moving there, Jordy.
$8:22 to play here. You're watching Friday Night Football quarterfinal edition. Number 1 going to fake the toss. And might have picked up a yard there, but this defense starting to pin their ears and come.
It's going to be, looks like it's going to be 3rd down.
3rd and about a long 6, my friend.
Right.
Ball lies at the 45, 46-yard line. All right, might see the first time we see Begno throw it here. Let's see what happens. Trips to the right. Receiver comes in motion. Now he's going to reverse backfield. Going to run a screen. Oh, Gary, that one was red from the jump. They try to get it to Van Ness. And great discipline on the defensive side not to fall for the fake. And after one play a minute ago, Greyhounds go 3 and out and got a punt here.
You're right, Jordy.
Your punter, number 18.
Major adjustments there for the Tigers.
Haydale. Number 2, Robinson, is back deep. And we got a penalty flag that flies, Gary. Might be an offsides here.
Yeah.
Instead, they're staying false start.
False start.
So that's going to back the Greyhounds up.
Illegal procedure.
Coach Corville not going to be happy on this sideline.
No, he's not.
Makes this about a 4th and 12. Back them up a little bit. Should give Logansport great field position. Got to get a good snap here, Gary. And it gets the punt away and trying to flip the field to see what type of roll it takes.
Oh, nice
and
roll.
it takes a friendly one. Hey, great job there from the special teams.
That looks like it's around the 15-yard line, Jordy. Maybe 16.
Yes, okay, Logansport up by 2. We'll take over 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. But number 18 did his job there.
You're right. He flipped the field, got it way set up deep in Tiger territory. Now can the Greyhounds defense get together and shut down that?
You look at it from the last drive, and they shut down pretty much the runs in the interior.
Right.
It was when they got on the outside and got it to their playmaker.
Right.
He's one that did some damage.
Correct.
We'll see what happens here. 1st and 10, quarterback, handoff, and that one's going nowhere, my friend.
Second down, looks like he gained a yard, maybe 2. A yard, looks like it.
It's kind of like all right, we got fireworks to start the game. Now it might be a filling out process here on the next 2 drives from both sides.
Probably so, Jordy. It looks like they're kind of calming down and settling up with each other, trying to see what's working for them. But, man, if it keeps going the way it has been, man, we're going to have some fireworks.
Now I got fire again. That's that play that's been working. Breaks off a tackle, but a good open field tackle there.
Right.
From Begno. Hey, not often you see your quarterback playing defense, but Begno laying it all out on the line tonight with what's on the line.
You're right.
And they said he's played there all year, though. So they got a lot of trust in him. There on the reception was Chapman. Already his 3rd reception of the night. Quarterback at a roll to his left, got a man open in the flats, finds him, gets a block, turns the burners on, and eventually going to be stepped out of bounds.
At the
Pass
45.
complete to number 3, Jakirian Wilson. Greyhounds calling for a holding call, no call, and the chains will move. Tell you what, offensive receiver there with a big-time block on the edge.
You're right, Jordy. It's going to be 1st and 10, Tigers on the Greyhounds 45.
Quick toss to his tailback, number 20. Trying to get to the outside, cuts it back inside. Oh, good tackle there from the Greyhounds.
Yeah.
There on the carry, number 20, Carter. On the stop, number 11.
Gain of about 5. Gain of right around 5, Jordy.
Very impressed with this offensive line here. Some big bodies up front for this 1A Logansport football program.
Yeah, but you got to say in the same thing. You got the linebackers and the pursuit for Welsh. They're getting to the ball.
They're fast sideline to sideline, my friend. 2nd and about 5. Inside handoff of the middle. Breaks a tackle and finally taken down, but not before number 20 gashed up the middle. Jacadian Carter, big time run. And they go tempo, Gary.
Yes, sir.
Chains didn't even get set, and they snapped that football. And Carter goes for a minimum game. Clock rolling here tonight, 4:40 remaining in the 1st quarter. We'll give you scores from around the state coming up at the end of the 1st quarter. 8-6 your score. Both teams got all 3 timeouts. Logansport, they look impressed. They looking very well these last 2 drives.
Oh, yeah,
marching right down the field.
Most definitely, Jordy.
Number 1 in the slot at the top of the screen. He's been the guy they've been trying to get it to in the receiving game. They're going to go a little pop pass to number 2. And gets the sideline. They're going to be brought down. But not before. They've entered the red zone. Chains will drop. And it will be 1st and goal, Tigers, from the 6-yard line. Tell you what, Gary, they're snapping the football
Well,
with like 20 seconds on the play clock every single time.
You're
Direct
right.
snap to number one. Number one gets
Walks
in
in.
and he scores. Touchdown, Tigers. His second touchdown of the night.
Wow, Jordy. That tempo is going to go on. They're going tempo, get that fast motion going. Man.
George Chapman, his second of the night.
Right.
He got one in the receiving game. Now he got one in the rushing game.
You're right, Jordy. I was going to wear. They keep that tempo up and they get it. They wearing down that defense. That's going to be tough here for the Greyhounds.
Now you got to go answer. And they're going to go for two here. And we got whistles.
Looks like we got a procedure penalty.
Illegal shift was the call.
Illegal shift? Okay.
I'll back him up. 2-point conversion. Looks like it's at the 7-yard line now.
Line, yes, a 5-yard penalty.
Find out where one is on the field. He's down here to the right. He got trips to the right. Let's see if that's the go-to target here. Oh, instead he finds a back shoulder throw to number 3.
Man.
And hit him on the money. Put it right where it needed to be.
I thought he was going to knock him down with the force of that throw, Jordy.
Jakarian Wilson.
Wow.
2-point conversion is good. So, ladies and gentlemen, your new score from Tiger Stadium with 3:48 to play. Number 1 ranked team in the state, Logansport Tigers, 2 for 2 on their drives, Gary.
Yes, sir.
16-6, they lead the Greyhounds. Greyhounds, you got to go answer now.
Oh, yeah, you got to go. You got to get up. Got to shake that off and just come back down and let's just say, go get it.
You do not want to fall behind too far where you have to play catch up. This is a drive right here where you got to cut into that lead. We'll see what happens.
Correct.
53. Welsh doing the kicking duties here. Like number 4, back deep for the Greyhounds. And we got a discussion going on around the 20-yard line between the referee crews. The referee crew with the Logansport sideline.
Right.
Not sure exactly what's going on here. Maybe they have some people on the field that ain't supposed to be there. Looks like that's the assistant principal that they were talking to.
I'm not sure. It looks like they're going to talk to maybe some fans
in
the
rope
end
it
zone.
off.
Might have to rope some of that stuff off. I'm not sure. They having some instant.
Might have to rope off the end zone back there.
Stay in the stands. That's what it is. They had some people standing up, and they were inside
end zone bleachers, and I think they were
inside the line.
Yes, sir. There you go. So
they were inside the lines. They can't be inside of the dotted lines on the end zones.
So it is a standing room only night, but they got some end zone bleachers. They want everybody sitting.
Not sure what's going on. They're pointing out some people, Jordy. So they might have had some people that were doing something that they shouldn't have done.
All right, they got the ball. We're ready to go. So 16-6 your score. Greyhounds fixing to get the football back. He's not been kicking it off deep, Gary.
Right.
Probably around the 40 to 30-yard line, giving the Greyhounds good field position.
You're right.
And there's still a long discussion going on. Let's zoom in over here. Now they got security heading to that side.
Oh, yeah. It's not.
And I think the Whitecap says, let's play ball.
Yeah, that's what we're waiting on.
Sorry about the delay, folks. Ready to go. 3:48 on the game clock. 16-6 your score.
Oh.
And this one might get out of bounds. Nope, going to be taken in. Oh, good
quick
God
cancel.
Almighty. Are they
Wow,
fast
they
down
are
the
fast
kickoff
on
or
that.
what?
Joe, Jordy, did you see how fast they got down there? That is amazing. Down at the, looks like the 33-yard line maybe.
Kicker barely putting it up in the air.
34-yard line. Jeez.
Barely putting it up in the air, but giving his kickoff coverage team enough time to fly down the field and make a tackle.
Jordy. Talk about speed, man.
So 16-6 your score. That is a must-answer drive. We'll see what happens. Let's start off with a handoff to the tailback. And goes for a gain of 2.
Yep.
That was number 8, Van Ness. And Gary, you look at Logansport, they're loading the box. Seems like they're daring Welsh to throw it here.
Right, Jordy. It looks like they're just playing. Said, okay, you burned us the first play. He says we're not going to allow that anymore.
I'm going to fire it out here to the flats, number 3. And a good open field tackle there.
Wow.
Tell you
Jordy,
what, they fly to the football.
That looks like a loss of about 5, Jordy.
Robinson was on the stop.
Man.
Coming from his cornerback position. Somebody missed a block.
Reacted to that pass real quick. Like you said, I think somebody missed a block there.
Third and 12. You do not want to punt it back to a red-hot offense now.
You're right, Jordy. That's something that you don't want to do.
Got to find a way to extend the drive. That was one of our keys to victory. Going to step up in the pocket. Now he's going to evade and looking downfield, firing. Got a man. Pass complete to number 3.
Looks like it may be a first down, Jordy.
Number 1, extending the play with his legs. Good enough vision to keep his eyes downfield and find a receiver. You talk about a key to victory in the pregame. Extend drives, third down.
Most definitely,
got to extend drives. There you go. There's check of the box.
That's it. Got to extend the drive.
Begno found Otis, and they moved the drive. It's 1st and 10. Fired out to the flats again. Pass complete to number 3, and another open field tackle. This time, number 5. Fleming was on the stop. So what are you seeing, Gary?
Man, I'm seeing speed, Jordy.
I mean, they're trying to
missing
get it on the outside, let their playmakers work, but
man,
I think you got to go back to your bread and butter and either let your quarterback make a play for you on rolling out or just let number 8 pound this thing away.
You're right, Jordy.
Try to draw him off sides there and gets the carry. Number 8 being patient. That'll be wrapped up, but I thought that's what they'd have went to on first down right there.
Yeah, it looks like he's got about 7 on that play. It's going to be, looks like 3rd and about 7 or 8. 7.
And Gary called me crazy, but you're down 16-6. You're on the road. It's the quarterfinals. You're playing the number 1 ranked team in the state. This might be 4-down territory here.
It may well be, Jordy. You can't go down by more.
Gonna run a quads, look to the top. One receiver down to the bottom. They're overloaded to the right. It's going to be a quarterback draw. What a play call.
Look, what a play call is right, Jordy.
You spread them out, Gary, and then you let your best player on offense come back underneath for the quarterback draw.
Most definitely, most definitely.
Play call. Begno extends the drive. They're going to go. Gary, check it out. Got a lineman on the other sideline. Quarterback going to
ball is on the
ground. And there's a fight for it. Logansport saying they have the football. Let's see who comes out of the pile with it. And Gary, Logansport football. Oh, what a costly turnover.
Oh, my goodness. Hard thing to have happen, Jordan.
+1 in the turnover battle. Costly turnover there. And the Welsh faithful not happy.
You right, Jordy.
Tigers up by 10 will take over 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. There's a snap. Quarterback gonna drop back to pass. Now steps up, looking downfield. Now gonna tuck it and run, and not shying away from contact there. Quarterback lowering his shoulder, but not before he picked up 12 yards and enough for a Tiger first down.
That's right, Jordy. Man. Now,
Number 4.
The defense has to rise. That was a very, bad thing with that fumble and turnover. But, man, they have to rise to the occasion. They have to keep Logansport out of the end zone.
Stephen Holloway there on the carry.
Yeah, they have to keep Logansport out of the end zone.
Might be the final play before we get to the end of the first quarter here.
Yes, sir.
There's the shot. Going to hand it off to his tailback, number 20. Greyhounds doing a good job.
Yeah, gain of about 2.
Keeping him in check.
Looks like that might be the last play of the first quarter, Jordy.
That was Mr. Carter on the carry. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and get those score updates from around the state coming up. So 12 minutes have come and gone, Gary Swallow, here in the quarterfinal matchup between the number 1 seed Logansport Tigers and the number 8 seed Welsh Greyhounds. Stick with us, folks. 3 quarters of great high school football still to go.
Yes, sir. Can't wait to see what's going to happen right now. Welsh has to just settle down and get back to what they need to do. That was a big turnover. They need to stop the Tigers, on this drive.
All right, Gary, some scores for you. Walker and Ruston tied at 7.
Whoa.
Central currently leads Dutchtown 13-0.
Whoa.
There's a story of that 5A bracket.
You right.
Zachary and Destrohan tied at 7. Mandeville and Airline, that is a 14-7 Mandeville lead.
Wow.
Cinderella, they're still dancing. North Dakota leads Iowa 17-0.
Oh, no.
Cecilia leads Jennings 10-0. Lutcher leads Opelousas 7-6.
Oh.
Northwest leads Assumption 7-0. Union Parish leads Bogalusa 7-6. Pine and Sterlington tied at 13.
Wow.
St. James leads Manny 14-0.
Oh, my goodness.
Kentwood leads Homer 20-6.
Oh.
Mangum leads Oak Grove 8-3. Quarterback got to take a shot, slant over the middle, pass complete. And guess who, Gary?
Number 1.
Fighting for extra yardage. Chapman, have yourself a first half. Haynesville Generette tied at 0. Edna Carr leads Alexandria 13-6. Rummel leads St. Paul 7-6. John Curtis and Catholic Baton Rouge tied 7-7. Lafayette Christian leads McDonough 35, 14-7. St. Thomas More leads St. Michael 7-0. Shaw and Kennedy tied 0-0. Turlings leads E.D. White 14-7. Waiting on a snap. There it is, quarterback keeper. And going to be drugged down for a minimum game there. Some more scores coming at you. Episcopal leads Newman 8-7. Calvary Baptist leads Parkview Baptist 7-0. University Lab leads Lake Charles College Prep 6-0. Notre Dame and St. Charles tied at 7.
Whoa.
Southern Labs leads Central Catholic 7-0. Washita Christian leads St. Mary's 21-0. Ascension Catholic leads the number 1 ranked team in the state 14-0 right now for Vermilion Catholic Trails, Gary.
Whoa, man.
Riverside leads St. Martin's Episcopal 6-0. Quick toss to Walker. Walker trying to get a block.
Outside.
Still running on the outside and finally pushed out of bounds. And that is your look at scores from around the state of Louisiana, folks. Logansport knocking on the doorsteps.
Right, Jordy.
Trying to go up 3 scores.
Very, very important for them for the Greyhounds defense to come up and, shut them out. You can't let them score.
You might have to get into a track meet with them.
Right, yeah, then that's going to be very hard to do.
It might be a direct snap to number 1 here. It
That's what it looks
is.
like.
Straight up the gut, untouched for his third score of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, have a first half. The Warts Chapman Logansport strikes again.
Wow, Jordy.
Gary, 3 for 3 special for Mr. Chapman. And he might get the football again here. Instead, they're going to line him up as a receiver on this play. 2-point conversion try coming. 4 going to roll to his right, looking, firing, and the pass falls incomplete. So, ladies and gentlemen, with 10:34 to play here in the second quarter, it's all Logansport right now.
Yes,
we said the last drive was a must answer. This one right here is starting to feel like you got to go get points. 22-6.
Got to get points here. Got to get points.
Logansport has the lead. Welsh fixing to get the ball back. Gary, 3 drives, 3 touchdowns by the same man.
Yes, sir. I tell you what, he's basically flexing his muscles right now, Jordy. They're putting the ball in his hands, and he is just going with it.
What do you expect? A senior on your home field, though.
Yeah.
Trying to punch your ticket to the semifinals. 53 tees it up. Boot meets ball. And number 8 will have it. Let's see if we can get a couple blocks here. And going to be tripped up around the 37-yard line where Greyhounds will set up shop.
Right.
I think you gotta try to keep your defense off the side,
off
the field here. They've been on the field quite a few times here in the first half. Can you sustain a running game here?
Right.
Go down the field, get some points here.
Most definitely, Jordy. You're gonna have to. You got to let your defense get a blow. They're gonna have their hands on their hips early in this game, and you got to let it play out to where they can get a rest. And you got to control the ball and drive it and get some points. That's the most important thing.
And not going to work there. Big number 52.
Oh.
But Gary, you're going to get a fresh set of downs. 52 there to drag him down.
Right. And he didn't stop with the whistle.
But we'll get caught with a personal foul here. So this will be a fresh set of downs.
You're right.
That'll be an automatic first down.
15-yard penalty.
It might be the break that the Greyhounds needed.
You're right, Jordy.
Back-to-back drives were resulted in a punt. Gotta think they're feeling a little bit better now that they got a fresh set of downs here, because that was about to be a negative play.
Right, Jordy. A little bit of too much adrenaline in that young man, and wouldn't stop at the whistle.
Waiting on the snap, 1st and 10. Greyhounds, high snap, but athleticism there from number 1 somehow contained the football. And Gary, my mistake, I called it. It said back-to-back punts on the drives, but it was a punt and a turnover.
Right, punt and a turnover. That's true.
And that was almost
the second turnover they had. High snap, good way to control the ball. He actually went up, got it, controlled it, went to the line. Looks like he almost lost it again, but he was able to recover it. Loss of about 2.
And no negative yardage if you're going to cut into this lead.
Most definitely, Jordan.
Logansport
they got
right
to go.
Now, defense is flying to the football. They're winning the line of scrimmage. Not much more you can say about their first half.
No, right, Jordy.
There's a snap. Going to hand it off to number 8. Good move there from Van Ness. Going to set up a manageable 3rd down here, but I think it's 4-down territory the rest of the game.
Most definitely, Jordy. I don't see that unless they're way deep in their territory.
Gary, I just got a text.
Yes.
Somebody said 17-7 Cecilia, Diesel Solari with 3 big wows.
Oh, really?
For Cecilia.
Hey, I believe it. That man that is a real that young man is the real deal. That's all I can say.
Big third down coming, Gary. High snap control, number 8. Good run there, but going to be short of the chains. And some extracurricular activity right there in front of the Whitecap. No call there, and the Greyhound faithful is not going to be happy about that one.
You're right, Jordy.
4th down and a long 2. Greyhounds keep the offense on the field. You either let number 1 try to get something with his legs, or let number 8 power his way for a first down. But if you're Logansport, you get a stop right here. Ball momentum is on your side. Waiting on the snap. Now you're going to go in the center. But before we can get there, timeout Greyhounds. So we'll take a timeout with them. Ladies and gentlemen, with 8:01 to play here in the second quarter, you're watching Friday Night Football live on Under the Lights, Logansport Greyhounds, quarterfinal edition. Gary, I don't like this call here, Gary. Logansport 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. You're going to about to punt the football back to them.
Nobody back. The defense is not.
And I expected this, Gary. There's a fake punt.
Oh, and a first down.
I could have sworn it was 4-down territory. I just not expect them to line up in a fake punt look.
But the defense was waiting for it. They knew something was coming, and they were successful.
I couldn't see y'all punting
there.
Go. So this is the drive, Gary, here in the second quarter, first half drive, where this one's big for both sides. Logansport can dominate this football game the rest of the way if they get a big stop.
Ball is loose.
Toss the football up.
Oh my goodness.
And there's a ruling here waiting to see what happens.
They're getting ready to. One of the officials are talking to both of those gentlemen.
So I'm assuming it's a turnover, which is going to be deadly for the Greyhounds right now.
Right.
Greyhounds offense seems like they're still on the field. Now they're going to come off.
No, it's a turnover. It was ripped off.
Man, and what a heck of a run there from number 8, but somebody just stripped it out.
Yeah.
So
he was running, came in on it, and the guy just basically ripped it. He ripped it out, Jordy.
Gary, +2 in a turnover battle, and there's 2 costly ones.
That
wind up with no points, because this was a good drive going.
Oh, yeah. Unbelievable.
Now if you're Logansport, man, you're smelling blood.
Yes.
Hand off to Walker. And Walker, good run there for about 7 yards to start this drive. And instead, they say 6 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 4.
Correct.
From the 29-yard line with 7:05 to play. Gary, you come on the road. You're playing the number 1 team in the state. You cannot turn the ball over.
Most definitely, Jordy. That was a big blow to the Greyhounds. Their defense has to come out and has to control the Tigers.
Quarterback going to draw back the pass, taking a shot. One-on-one coverage, and it is overshoots his intended receiver.
That was
close, Gary. Had a step on the defensive back there.
Let him a little bit too much.
Was looking for number 5, Fleming.
Right.
Quarterback going to want that one back.
Right. Good defense. The defender was with him. That would have had to been a perfect throw for him to be successful with that, Jordy. A little bit too far.
3rd down and 4. Greyhounds can get a huge stop here and force a punt. Got to think that's the momentum they need to get back in this game.
That's what they need right there, Jordy.
Logansport, we'll see what happens here. Number 1 has not touched it on this drive, but here he comes with the Wildcat look. And great job there from the defense. Oh, Gary, that's going to be a fresh set of downs. A costly penalty.
That was right.
And he lost his cool there.
Lost his cool there. You're right.
Gary, you're getting off the field. It was going to be a 4th down.
Whitehead is sending the teams.
You're getting off the field. It was going to be 4th down, and you cannot have that penalty. You got to collect your frustration and ball it in.
Oh, and he's calling them in. They're discussing everything.
So we will have the officials' timeout on the field. 6:38 to play.
Right.
Let's see what the ruling is here. Now the Whitecat wants to talk to the head coach. And the head coach went right to his quarterback and said, you gotta know the situation of the game. So after the penalty, Gary, it will be 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. That's where they spotted the football.
Wow.
I'm waiting on the official ruling, and Corville is pissed.
Yes, he sure is. He is upset.
Gary, you got the call.
Wow.
Personal foul.
Yeah. Personal foul on automatic 1st down, yes.
So no ejections.
No ejections. I guess that's why he called and talked to the coaches to try to calm that down.
More of a shove than a punch.
Correct.
Go a little bunch. Go a little bunch here at the bottom of the screen. Quarterback going to hand it off to Walker, and Walker going to be tripped up.
Defense came together on that one to set him down.
Javen Broussard. 6 minutes to play, Gary. Got to try to force a punt here. If you're Logansport, like I said, you're smelling blood. You can go for a big knockout punch here in the first half. Make this a 30-6 ball game.
Most definitely. You can't let that happen. Can't let that happen, Jordy.
Second and 11. Quarterback going to drop back the pass, surveying the field. Now he's going to roll to his right. Fires. Tip pass. Oh, man. Almost intercepted. Somebody got a hand on it.
And it went right back, hit the defender right in the chest, Jordy. That would have been an awesome opportunity for the Greyhounds to get that back. Tip ball at the line of scrimmage, man.
Now here you go, Gary. It's 3rd and 11. Tell your defense, you be smart. We were off the field a minute ago and we made a bonehead decision. Now we got to go ahead and get one stop here, give our offense the chance to cut into this lead before halftime. Logansport going to come out, trips to the left, one receiver to the right. Quarterback going to roll to his left, fires, and the pass falls incomplete. Gary, it was the pressure.
Is hurt.
And
looks like
quarterback comes up
limping. He comes up limping. That's not good, Jordy. He was hurting with a lot.
Stephen
like
Holloway
a lot of pain.
Comes up shaking up on that play.
He's
we'll have to catch his status the rest of the game.
Heading straight to the bench.
On the next drive and see if he comes back out. Not a good sign there if you're a Tiger fan.
No, you're right, Joel. He got hit right as he was throwing the ball, and he landed awkwardly on that. That was very dangerous.
You notice he loves to get outside and throw, so
correct.
That time they forced him back inside. Just a better job on the defensive front. And we got whistles. I think Coach McGee might have called a timeout. And that's exactly what he
Yeah.
did. Timeout,
Timeout.
Tigers. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a timeout with them. 5:50 to play here from Tiger Stadium. 22-6 your score. You're watching Friday Night Football live on Under the Lights quarterfinal edition. Back from the timeout, we check on timeouts. Enoch, I think both sides have 2 remaining, correct? So with 5:50 to play, both sides have 2 timeouts remaining. You can see it at the lower part of your screen. Low snap, gets it away, and it's not the prettiest of kicks. Oh, 14 might have had a shot to return it there. Instead, lets it take a roll.
It's going to be at the 30, looks like the 32-yard line, Jordy.
So points before halftime, knowing Logansport gets the ball to start the second half.
Right, very important for them to come out and try to get something before halftime.
Here we go, 1st and 10 Greyhounds. There's a snap, inside handoff to the tailback. Putting 2 hands on it this time, Gary.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
And we got a late penalty flag that flies.
Looks like
this one might be a face mask against the defense.
Right.
I know it's hard to say, but 52 almost got his helmet ripped off.
Right.
Personal foul, face mask against the defense is the call.
Yeah.
So Logansport, they've been hit with some big-time personal foul penalties here in the first half.
Right, that's crazy.
Not characteristic of them.
Yeah.
First and 10 Greyhounds. Here comes 8 on the motion. Quarterback pulls. And the quarterback gonna be upended for a short gain. We gotta think that's the game plan. Let him make a play or two.
Right.
And Gary, has the Greyhounds thrown the ball tonight?
To be honest with you, I don't recall.
I don't know if they've attempted a pass tonight, Enoch. Yeah. Oh yes, the screens. Yes.
Screens.
2nd and 9, high snap, handoff to the tailback, gets a block.
Oh, good, yeah.
Breaks the tackle, still on his feet,
Jordy.
and falls forward for a first down.
down.
Van Ness, very impressive here on this drive. Got 2 arms smothering the football, trying not to get it punched out again.
You're right, Jordy. It's very important. They need to get something on this drive.
Got plenty of time, 4:30 to play. Three gonna come in motion. There's a snap. Van Ness gets the carry again. Van Ness shot out of a cannon.
Wow, Jordy.
For a gain of 8.
That almost looked like the first play of the game, Jordy.
Yes, sir. Welsh gonna go a little up tempo here. Game clock about to hit under 4 minutes. We'll give you scores from around the state coming up at halftime. We'll give you halftime entertainment. And we'll take a look at our sponsors. And plus, we'll give our first half thoughts.
Correct, Jordy.
Handoff Van Ness. And Van Ness tackled down, but not before. He picks up another Greyhound first down. So change move. We move inside the Greyhound first down. Red zone.
Looks like they're going tempo, Jordy.
Late substitution here. Van Ness gets the carry, trying to get outside, and going to be drugged down from behind. Gary picked up a yard.
Looks like it. Can't see the spot.
And 4 down territory. I'm
Actually
not sure if Welsh is kicking any field goals anytime soon.
Actually about 2, Jordy. He got 2 on there.
2nd and 8. On a beautiful night here for quarterfinal football. High snap, controlled, handoff to number 8, Gary.
Got a flag.
Coming back.
We got a flag.
This one might be called off the board. Somebody get held right there in the middle.
I'm not
Usually
sure.
the spot of the field where it's a holding call. Holding is the call. Touchdown will come off the board. And that was a late flag.
Yeah, he was past him whenever that happened.
You thought the quarterback got sacked there. And all of a sudden, Van Ness was standing in the back of the end zone.
Right. That's that holding occurred downfield, so that was a spot foul of 10 yards from the spot.
So it will be 2nd and about 14 after the penalty. You said it's a spot foul.
Yes.
I expect to see Van Ness getting a couple more carries here. Nope, quarterback draw. And spin move activated.
He looks like he got it.
Baby!
Touchdown! Greyhounds!
Greyhounds! Just what the doctor ordered. Boy, they needed that one, Gary.
You're right, Jordy. They needed that bad. It looks like they drove it down the field, did what they had to do. We might have a new ball game, Jordy.
Number 1, Jonathan Begno calls his own number and does the rest. Cuts into this lead.
Here we go.
Incredible run, Gary, to cut this to 1 score. This 2-point conversion is huge. Swinging gate action. There it is. Quarterback keep up the middle. Dives forward, and he is. Late call.
Oh, they say no.
Went in.
They say no.
Man, he looked like he was in from here.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, we don't have a sideline view, but it looked good, pretty good up here.
Sure did.
So with 2:48 to play here in the 2nd quarter, your new score from Tiger Stadium, Logansport 22, Welsh 12. How important would that 2-point conversion be later on tonight?
Oh, wow, Jordy.
Could have cut it to
crazy.
1 score.
He sure looked like he was in the end zone, but we couldn't get a good shot, a good look at it. But, man, that was a very, very close call.
And I guess the forward progress was stopped before the end zone.
I couldn't tell.
Guess we got to upgrade our equipment and get us a sideline camera.
We might.
Give everybody at home a chance to watch a good angle. Takes it in around the 31-yard line.
Oh.
Logansport with a lot of speed, but going to be brought down around the 35, 36-yard line.
You're right.
And Logansport with about 2:44 to play has 2 timeouts in their back pocket. We might see them starting to air it out a little bit here. And the question mark was, will number 4 come back on the field with the injury? And that is answered quickly.
Yep.
He's coming back. Stephen Holloway, after the injury, right back on the field to start this 4th drive. So 1st and 10 Tigers, up by 10 from the 36-yard line. Going to start off with a run to Walker. And Walker goes for about 6 yards there to start this drive off, so positive yardage here.
Yes, most definitely. Clock running. If they go up tempo, they may not have to air it out, Jordy. If they keep on getting, big chunk yards like that, but we'll see.
Gary, very important drive here, Logansport. You get the football to start the 2nd half. You could go 2 for 1 here.
Yes, that's what they
Welsh, you want to be down by 10 going into halftime. Make your adjustments and come out and play the 2nd half.
There he
but
goes.
Not before. He breaks one and could be going to the house, but a touchdown save and tackle. Number 20, Carter, the Acadian Carter, reels off a big-time run there.
Wow,
and
Jordy.
Logansport got something cooking again.
Had a little toss, and he just put his foot in the ground and started upfield and just went north and south.
Following behind his
Yeah,
big
just went
offensive
down,
line.
straight up the line. You know,
1:50 to play. We'll see how the timeouts are used the rest of the way.
Right.
Welsh, if Logansport scores too quick here, Welsh going to have a shot to get the football back.
Right,
but
you're right.
right now, you want your defense to get a big stop.
Yes, most definitely. Definitely needs to get a stop.
There go, let's pop pass to number 2. Gets the sideline.
Oh, my
Off to the
goodness.
races. And the football came out, Gary. Welsh saying they have it. And
Yes, it is. It's a touchback.
And they have it, Gary.
They do.
Oh,
Touchback.
what a break.
Touchback, Welsh. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 20.
So
wow, Jordy.
couldn't see a good angle, but somebody came in and knocked it out.
Right, and it went right in the end zone. It was recovered. Great.
So just the break the Greyhounds needed. Now we look at the turnover battle. 2-1 in favor of Logansport.
Correct.
Welsh with a
they
minute.
needed that big time, Jordy. Now they need to get something together and get it downfield.
We have not seen them air it out much tonight, but they might have to on this drive. 2 timeouts in their back pocket. We'll see what happens.
They got a spread.
Quarterback gonna drop back to pass, looking, fires in the flats, pass complete, and what a lick! Oh, penalty
that's
flag
gonna be a flag.
Yeah, they look like a clean tackle.
It sure did too. I have no idea what they're doing, what they're calling. Wow.
We'll see what the call is here, but that was a big-time football hit there. Personal foul against the defense is the call.
Wow.
And I think that's their 4th personal foul penalty
right
of this first half. Pass was complete there to J.J. Otis.
It'll be 1st and 10 from, looks like the 40-yard line, Jordy.
So that came from the back judge. So he got a better angle at the hit there. They're going to run that screen again, Gary. Firing in Logansport all over it. They're not falling for them screens tonight. They're playing disciplined football.
Loss of about 2 or 3, Jordy. Loss of about 2.
North Dakota running away with it, Gary. 31-0 over Iowa right now.
Oh, wow.
2nd and about 12. Greyhounds got to go quick. One going to step up, still looking down the field, firing, taking a shot, and it is in and out of the intended receiver's arms. You couldn't put it in a better spot there.
You're right. Had 3
that was a beautiful thrown football.
Right, but
Number 2 could not secure the catch. Will Arsenault was the intended receiver. 38 seconds to play here. 3rd and 12. You got 2 timeouts on both sides. Remember, Logansport will get the football to start the second half. We talked about Welsh's quarterback playing defense. Well, look at Logansport's quarterback playing middle linebacker.
You're right.
3rd down, looking, surveying the field, running out of daylight, firing, and the pass is complete.
Catch.
What a pitch and catch there.
Good catch. First down, Jordy.
That time Arsenault reeled in the catch. 28 seconds. Clock runs. And we got whistles. Timeout. Welsh with 21 seconds remaining. So now you start taking a couple shots downfield, Gary.
Yeah.
Greyhounds.
Looks like they might be putting some time back on that clock, Jordy.
So they put 3 seconds back on the game
Right.
clock. There will be 24 seconds remaining before we get to halftime. It's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Got to go 46 yards in 24 seconds with one timeout in your back pocket. But Beckno's shown he could get it downfield.
Right. Oh, most definitely. He had some beautiful passes. He just needs to connect. And I hate to say this way, but I mean, they need to get in the end zone. They need to get in the end zone, and they
If you're
need to.
Logansport,
Yes,
nobody gets behind you here.
that's right.
You get a good push from your interior defensive lineman. Tell your DBs to not bite on the double move.
Right. Go down. They still got. I think, one timeout left.
Here we go. Beckno calling signals. There it is. Under pressure. Now he's going to fire it out to his tailback. And that pass falls incomplete. Not sure if he had a little green grass on the sideline.
It was
a
little, but he'd have got out of bounds. Could have saved it.
Quarterback comes over, tells him, my bad. And it will be 2nd and 10 with 19 seconds remaining. There it is. Steps up, looking. Now he's going to tuck it and run. Makes one man miss and cannot escape the second. Coach going to have to burn his last time out here. And they're not going to be able to spike this here. Timeout. And they're going to take a timeout with 1 second remaining.
That's it. No.
Gary, did he not get a timeout in just now?
Nope. He didn't call it. I don't know what's the deal.
Really? Didn't even take a shot for the end zone?
Didn't do it.
Don't take a timeout and take a shot for the end zone?
He did not. He didn't. He had one left, I think. But well, that ended strange.
So both teams will exit to their locker rooms. And 24 minutes have come and gone.
Yeah.
And we have some halftime entertainment coming up. We'll give you scores from around the state coming up at the end of this halftime entertainment. But we got a lot of thoughts of the first half.
Oh, yeah.
And the way that executed there to finish the half, you had to get points.
Oh, most definitely, Jordy. You did.
You got a big-time turnover. You were driving the field. But 10-point lead going into halftime. We'll see what happens when we come out. But for now, we'll step away. And there's some halftime entertainment. Ladies and gentlemen, this time I'll give you halftime scores from around the state of Louisiana. Ready, Gary?
Let's do it.
All right, Vermilion Catholic cuts into that lead that we seen a moment ago. They were down 14-0. Now it's a 22-14 Ascension Catholic lead at halftime.
Wow.
Don't count out the Screaming Eagles just yet.
You're right.
Riverside St. Martin's Episcopal. That's a rematch from a regular season matchup. Remember, Riverside blew them out earlier in the season, but tonight it's a lot more competitive. 12-7. Riverside has a lead at halftime over St. Martin's Episcopal.
Oh, wow.
Defending state champs rolling right now. Washita Christian 42, St. Mary's 0.
Yep.
Halftime. Southern Lab has a 14-0 lead on Central Catholic at halftime. So that is a look at that bracket. Let's take a look at another bracket. University Lab rolling right now on Lake Charles College Prep 28-6. That's a halftime score. St. Charles currently has a 21-14 lead on Notre Dame. That's the fourth year in a row those teams meet in the playoffs. Let's see if the Pios can pull off a huge upset tonight.
Yeah. That would be a big upset, Jordan.
Calvary Baptist has a 21-7 lead on Parkview Baptist right now. Newman currently has a 10-8 lead on Episcopal.
Wow.
St. Thomas More doing St. Thomas More things, rolling as usual, 28-0 on St. Michael at halftime. Archbishop Shaw, John F. Kennedy tied at 10, second quarter.
Wow.
Night Train rolling tonight in Lafayette. LCA 36, McDonald 35, 13.
Wow.
That's the second quarter score. And how about upset alert? Number 2 seed is on the ropes. Turlings Catholic 35, E.D. White 7.
Oh, wow.
Yes, sir.
That's what it's looking like.
Edna Carr, Alexandra locked up in a tight one right now. Edna Carr 26, Alexandra 20 halftime.
Wow.
John Curtis has a 21-10 lead on Catholic of Baton Rouge at halftime.
Wow.
Archbishop Rummel has a 21-3 lead on St. Paul's. Your score here at halftime, Logansport 22, Welsh 12. Kentwood has a 20-12 lead on Homer at halftime. Oak Grove has a 24-16 lead on Mangum, second quarter. Haynesville has a 22-0 lead on Jeanerette, second quarter. Union Parish has a 14-6 lead on Bogalusa. That is in the third quarter. Gina has a 22-7 lead on Amite right now, halftime. Pine and Sterlington tied at 20, halftime.
Wow.
St. James currently leads Manning 21-0, second quarter. Here we go. North Dakota leads Iowa 31-0 halftime.
Wow.
Lutcher leads Opelousas 10-6 halftime. Cecilia leads Jennings 17-14 halftime.
Whoa.
And Northwest leads Assumption 22-15 halftime.
Wow.
Raiders, Cinderella 22 seed, highest seed still in the playoffs, trying to knock off the 3 seed tonight. More scores coming at you. Ruston leads Walker 21-7 halftime. Zachary leads Destrehan 14-7 halftime. Dutchtown leads Central 21-14 halftime. Airline leads Mandeville 22-21 halftime, and that is your score updates from around the state of Louisiana.
Wow,
Gary,
Jordy.
a lot of wows.
They got some wows in that messages and that update that you just gave. Man, that is crazy. But you know what? We still got another half of football to play. So anything can happen.
We'll give you some more score updates. Was that 22-7? We'll give you some more score updates at the end of the third quarter and also at the end of the game. Gary, first half thoughts, my friend. I mean, I'll go ahead and start with mine.
Okay.
Fireworks to start.
Oh,
yes, indeed.
Right.
Welsh came out and was shot out of the cannon on that very first play of the game. Number 8 went 64 yards untouched. They struck first, but you knew they had to throw the first punch in order to say, hey, we know you're the number 1 ranked team in the state, but we're coming over here, and we're coming over here to compete our tails off. And then Logansport, rightfully so, responded in the well manner. They came right down the field, Marsh, and said, okay, you woke us up. We're here to play also. So two teams came out firing on all cylinders in the filling out process of the game.
Right.
But it's the 2 turnovers that has been the big circle mark in the first half and what's got this Logansport team to their 22-point lead.
Right.
But right now, I say the turnovers in the first half and the personal foul penalties have been a storyline in the first half.
They're getting really chippy. It could have been a lot worse if it wouldn't have been for that fumble, that turnover that Logansport had. They were driving. They were at the 1 yard line, fumbled the ball inside the end zone. Well, it could have been easily 28 or 30 to 6, or 12, whatever.
And if you're the Greyhound, you left 14 points off the board.
Sure did. What you need to do is, first of all, Welsh needs to calm down. They need to come out there, out here for the second half. It's going to be hard, but you're going to have to stop the Tigers on that first drive and get down and score. If you can get a score, shut them down on the first drive and get a score, you're back in the game.
And you look at Welsh. You look at Welsh earlier. They stopped him twice on that drive. You got to think that's the. They go back in the locker room and say, guys, we gotta win the line of scrimmage. We gotta fly to the football, and when they do throw the football, we gotta rally.
Right. And honestly, Jordy, with the chippiness that's going on, both teams need to sit their ball club down and just say stop.
I think that's the locker room approach right now. We can't. You got bigger things to play for down the road. You cannot afford to lose one of your brothers in this one because of how you say that, a stupid penalty.
A stupid penalty. I mean, that's crazy, and that's on both sides. They need to just wake up and just say, do you realize if I do something stupid,
let's catch our head. We got winner. This goes to the Simmons.
Right. That's
and
exactly
also
right.
You get kicked out of the game. It might hurt your team in a big tight fourth quarter game down the road.
Right.
Or in this one.
We've seen that happen. So that's something that I think both ball clubs need to be talking about at halftime, saying, hey, we need to, get this right. So we'll see. Only time will tell. We have two and a half minutes before the, second half starts. I'm just excited for another half of fast-paced football.
All right, let's check those audio issues now, ladies and gentlemen. See if it's on our end, if we got it fixed. I don't hear the scratchy noise in the background no more.
Okay.
apologize for that. Somebody can let us know on y'all end if it's fixed.
It's not on. It's not on ours. So I don't know what's coming.
We had to make a minor adjustment just now. But Gary, should be an exciting third and fourth quarter. We'll see what happens. You know, both teams are not going to lay down. They want to get to the Final Four, the semifinals, and I expect them. Whoever wins this one, they got to earn every inch.
Oh, most definitely, Jordy. I mean, these two teams are not going to lay down. Both teams want to get to the next level. They want to get to the semis. So all we have to do is just basically see how each team will respond. Will Welsh's defense be able to stop, the Tigers? Will the Tigers
will Logansport
defense
play clean football?
Will Logansport play
clean up the penalties?
Clean up the penalties, clean up the mistakes, everything. It's very important for them to do that.
Greyhounds starting to exit their locker rooms at this time.
They're coming.
And both teams, the ultimate goal is to get back to the Dome. It's been a few years for both teams here. We know Logansport most recently. But the Greyhounds, they've been in the Dome a couple years themselves. So both of these two teams are football towns that love to make trips to New Orleans.
Right.
So this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'll step away. We're about, I don't know, Gary, about 3 minutes or so from getting kicked off, ready to go for the second half.
Yes, sir.
And I see Logansport exiting their locker room. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Friday Night Football live and under the lights. Halftime almost over with, and we'll be back for the second half coverage. But for now, we'll step away. We'll take a look at our sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, you just took a look at our social media page. You just looked at our sponsors for this year. So I want to thank those guys for all they've done for us. And, hey, making road trips like this ain't easy, but it's nice to have people that back us and give us the opportunity to bring Friday Night Football to the fans out there. That's the man right there.
One of those. We need a helmet for our show.
So we did show a couple sponsors. Tonight's Player of the Game sponsor is by Whips Prince and the Crawfish House and Grill. So somebody, whoever wins the Player of the Game honors tonight is going to win a free meal from the Crawfish House and Grill in Opelousas, Louisiana. Also, somebody going home with a plaque from Whips Prince out of Crawley, Louisiana. So both teams have exited their sidelines. And we're moments away from kickoff here in the third quarter. Logansport will get the ball to start this second half. 22-12 your score. Gary Swallow, check back into the chat.
Yes, sir. Looks like we're getting ready to have a kickoff, kickoff of the second half, Jordy. A lot of excitement. Let's see if the Greyhounds can, hold the Tigers from from moving the ball and try to get the ball back and make this a one-score game.
We get back in position. Don't be surprised for a surprise onside kick here also, Gary.
Yes, sir.
Number 18, Brecken Ado, your kicker. Looks like Logansport got the hands team on the field. They're playing safe here. And it's going to be a little short kick, taken in around the 33-yard line. And now you got to try to reverse field, Gary. Number 5 got a couple blocks. And finally going to be upended, but not before. Fleming reels off a big-time carry.
Right. Tell you what, Jordy, that was that could have easily went a lot further, but good pursuit by Welsh on that. Greyhounds looks like they're gonna get the ball. Try to keep the Tigers at bay, and this is what they need to do, Jordy.
So 1st and 10, Logansport Tigers from the 46-yard line, up by 10.
No.
And the handoff to number 20, Mr. Carter. And he's been their workhorse in the first half.
You're right, Jordy. He's been taking the ball. Everything in the middle seemed to be for him. And I'll tell you what.
He's doing the dirty work inside.
Yeah, he's keeping those legs pumping and showing everybody that his talent.
2nd and 7 for the Tigers. There's a snap. Quarterback going to fire one to the flats. Pass complete. And got a couple blocks in front of him. And finally steps out of bounds, but not before. Number 2, Robinson with a big-time reception. Catch at the run. First down, Tigers.
You're right, Jordy.
11:09 to play, just getting started here in the third quarter. Tigers on the move.
1st and 10 from the 42 of the Greyhounds.
Holloway waits on the snap. Carter waits in the backfield with him. And he's going to fire a screen. Pass complete to number 1.
Oh, he's coming
Reversing field. And he's off to the races. And going to be brought down from behind. Gary, a little screen pass to the other sideline. Reverses field.
Wow, Jordy.
And Chapman catch at the run ability.
Golly,
is
Jordy.
remarkable.
He basically caught the screen on this side of the field and then basically reversed his field and ran all the way to the other side of the
Yeah, you
field.
catch it on one hash marks.
Man.
Go down the sideline on the other side.
Unbelievable. That's speed.
Logansport comes out firing. Welsh needs to get something going here on defense.
Most definitely, Jordy.
And they've been real particular with their play calling here tonight. It's been pretty much, 3 plays?
Pretty much.
Nothing special.
Yeah.
Handoff to Carter, and Carter goes bursting forward, and he's in. Tigers strike first to start this second half.
Oh, wow, Jordy. That's speed.
Number 20, Jacadian Carter for 6.
You know, the old saying, Jordy, speed kills. And I tell you what, once he got the ball, he just turned on the jet.
Yes, sir. And we will have a 2-point conversion try coming. So a very impressive drive capped off by the Carter run. Let's see what happens here for the 2-point conversion. And he's going to throw a quick stop route, and the pass falls incomplete. Was looking for
hit him in the hands.
Number 5, Fleming, And the 2-point conversion is no
No
good. Ladies and gentlemen, your new score from Tiger Stadium. With 10:22 to play. Logansport 28, Welsh 12. We'll see if the Greyhounds can come answer here. But you get the that's why we said Welsh, very important to get points before halftime.
Right.
Because Logansport, they can go and do that at ease if they want.
Right, most definitely.
Because they're that explosive on offense.
Their speed is just unbelievable.
53 with a little short kick, and we have a fair catch. Take it in. We'll set up the Greyhounds with great field position, and we should see a heavy dose of Begno and Van Ness here to start this second half.
You right.
Been having success running between tackles here.
You right.
Let's see what the game plan is to start the second half. And quarterback's going to pull here, slips out of a tackle, and running out of time.
Looks like he lost about 2, Jordy.
Tell you what, you see a lot of white helmets flying to the football every play. Good defense here from Logansport. Loss of 2. 2nd and 12, there's a snap. Van Ness going to get the carry this time. Slipping through tackles, Gary. Still rolling, rumbling, stumbling. And might have enough for a first down. Van Ness, tough running. Well, Cecilia extended their lead 24-14, Gary.
Really?
First and 10 Greyhounds. High snap. Handoff Van Ness. Van Ness drags defenders for about a gain of 5.
Love the way that young man runs.
Got to be pushing close to 15, 20 carries here already in the three quarters.
I love to watch that young man run. He's got
and it's our first time watching him tonight. This year, and I'm sure he had a big season.
Most definitely.
2nd and 5 Greyhounds. Quarterback going to pull this time, and a great drive there from the defensive end. Number 26 with a big time stop.
Right.
Jamarcus Jones might have been not the time to pull it there.
Right. He read that all the way, Jordy. As a matter of fact, I think he was basically keying on the quarterback the whole time.
So it will bring up third and about 10. So back to the original line of scrimmage. And fires it out to the flats to his tailback. And his tailback going to be wrestled down. Guess who, Gary? Number 1 plays defense also.
Right. Wow.
So 4th down and 7. Offense will stay on the field here. And the biggest play of the game, moments away. You can't give the ball back to Logansport. You got to find a way to extend the drive.
You're right.
Who do you go to here on 4th down? 8's going out into the slot as a receiver here. You got trips here to the bottom. I guess he might look for number 2 here. Under all kind of pressure, evades the sack. Firing, got a man wide open. Oh, baby! There goes number 2. Touchdown, Greyhounds. Gary. Begno. He avoided the sack. He bought some time, and that was the old scramble drill.
Right, he just came
Where
out.
number 2 broke off his route and got open.
There was nobody with him, Jordy. He was down the sideline by himself.
And that was quarterback receiver chemistry on full display right there on 4th down.
Right, you're right.
Swinging gate. And they're going for it. 3 fires.
Oh.
Tipped up and no good. So the touchdown reception went Begno to Arsenault on a 4th down to cut into this lead. With 7:12 to play here from Tiger Stadium. Your new score, Logansport 28, Welsh 18. And Gary, they're not converting on them 2-point conversions where it's making this game 2 scores.
Right.
Once again.
You're right, Jordy. And that was just a little bit. The pass was a little bit high on that, but it hit him in the hands. I'm sure he can kick himself because he probably thinks he should have had that.
And kicks away, taking in around the 29-yard line. 5 has it. Now going to reverse field again.
Reverse. Oh, he's going the wrong way, Jordy.
Trying to be patient, running out of real estate, and finally drugged down. The ball came out at the end. And referee going to say his knee was down.
He was down. He was. Oh,
and we got multiple flags flying.
Wow. Wow.
Gary, got about 3 or 4 flags on the field here. Might be offsetting penalties.
Well, there's quite a few. My goodness.
So let's find the white cap here. Figure out what the heck
He's
is going on.
Yeah. They're having a conference with everybody that threw a flag.
So this could be huge for field position wise. We'll see what the call is. If it's offsetting penalties, it would have been after the play. So we won't have a re-kick, correct?
I'm not sure. Dead ball. Personal foul. Both teams. Unsportsmanlike. Unsportsmanlike. But
offsetting penalties. Yeah. And
offsetting penalties.
And Logansport will have it 1st and 10.
Most definitely.
From the 23-yard line. So after offsetting penalties, unsportsmanlike penalties, it will be Logansport football. They're always light. Now they're going to go give the coach explanation. Gary, we have not seen Logansport take a shot tonight. I got a feeling one of those shot plays is coming up pretty soon.
Well, they did throw one pretty.
I'm talking. Right here down the sideline. Yeah. I'm talking about trying to take the house off.
Oh, right, Jordan. I'm sure it's coming.
So we're ready to go here. Logansport up by 10 with 6:59 to play in the second quarter. Have the football and have the lead. And we're going to start off with a handoff to Carter. And Carter going to slip on the turf monster right there.
Yeah. Slip down. Turf monster got him on that one, Jordy.
Scores from around the state coming up at the end of the third quarter. Stick with us, folks. Got some exciting games from around the state of Louisiana. Lost a yard there. 2nd and 11 from the 22-yard line. One's down here in the slot. And they're going to take a shot to him. And he goes up. And he wins that route, Gary. And he's going to be slow to get up.
Yeah.
But good sportsmanship there from the Greyhound. And you cannot give Chapman that much cushion.
Oh, he kept those legs running, Jordy. I'll tell you what, man.
High pointed the football. Good hands.
He came down a little short, but those legs kept pushing, and he got the first down.
Might be his 6th, 7th catch tonight.
At least.
Carter going to get the toss to the right.
Oh,
Gets a block
man.
or two, and Carter is off to the races. There he goes. Down the sideline, not going to be caught. Touchdown, Tigers.
Wow, Jordy.
Wow, shout out to a cannon. And the Tigers extend their lead, Gary. They have not been stopped much tonight.
No, man.
But when they're clicking on all cylinders like they are right on that drive, watch out.
That was just explosive play. That was just like a hole opened up, man, and he just shot through there. The old saying, speed kills, Jordy. That's what it's about.
And the 2-point conversion is good. And they're feeding right into Logansport's game plan. If we're gonna make it a track meet, you better keep up.
Right, Jordy. Oh my gosh.
Welsh, you probably wanted to keep this under the 30s right here. Play a defensive game, play ball control, win the time of possession. But right now, you got to play catch up right now, and you got to score on every possession from here on out.
Right, Jordy. And you got to understand, they're the #1 team in the state for a reason. And Logansport is hitting on all cylinders right now. So, I mean, can Welsh, come together and just, try to go out and play each down, the way they need to be played.
17 minutes, Gary.
Right,
you got to get something moving and got to get something moving fast.
Most definitely.
New score from Tiger Stadium. And it could be a short kick taken in around another penalty flag flies. Multiple flag flies.
Man, that is unbelievable.
It's a new score from Tiger Stadium. Logansport 36, Welsh 18. So we'll see what the call is here. What would have been great field position might be wiped off right now, might be penalized.
Right.
So it will be a personal foul against the Greyhounds, and that's going to march them back into their own territory. Not what you needed.
No, they could have started at the 45. Now they're going to start at the 30.
So Greyhounds got some work to do, Gary. Got to
Yeah.
go get points here. And we got a flinch there. Going to be a false start on the offense. So it's going to make this a little bit farther in their own territory. It's going to be 1st and 15 after the penalty. So 1st and 15, Begno in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Going to drop back the pass, surveying the field. dancing around, making guys miss. Now he's going to tuck in and run down the sideline. And he gets that penalty yards back in a little bit more.
A lot more, Jordy. He got about
Heck of an
13
athlete
yards.
at the quarterback position.
Yeah. It'll be second down and looks like 1 or 2. Can't tell. About 2.
So 2nd and 2 for the Greyhounds. 5:21 to play here in the third quarter. There's a snap.
Inside.
Van Ness gets the carry, and Van Ness runs right into the teeth of the defensive front. That's a good tackle there from the linebacker.
You're right, Jordy. Like I said, that was just no going through that. They had that hole plugged up real fast.
Hey, running again. Running right back there, Gary.
Yeah.
You got 2 downs to get 2 yards, and they're going to go quarterback
push.
keep. The old push-tush, huh?
Yeah, buddy.
Chains will move. First down, Greyhounds.
Oh, that don't look good, Jordy.
And we have a Logansport Tiger slow to get up, ladies and gentlemen. We pray he's okay. We're going to step away as the medical personnel and athletic trainers take a look at the young man. You're watching Friday Night Football, ladies and gentlemen. We'll step away at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, number 50. What is it, Gary? 52?
Yeah, it looks like 52. Yes, sir.
Number 52 gets up and walks off on his own power. That's Travell Townsley. Great sign to see there.
Yes, sir. You don't want to see anybody get hurt in a game like this. You know, it's kind of one-sided right now, but I tell you what, looks like one of the guys that just pounded on top of him.
Got a score update. Opelousas 18, Lutcher 10. So 1st and 10, Greyhounds. 4:40 to play. Not sure what the delay is here.
Might be a clock issue. I'm not sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Still got a delay, Gary.
But one of the officials wasn't in position.
All right. Referee blows. Ready to play. 1st and 10, Greyhounds. Begno going to drive back the pass. Begno going to throw a double move. Looking, firing.
Oh, man.
And falls in and out of his intended receivers. Was looking for number 8. Van Ness in and out of his hands. 2nd and 10.
Tell you what, he's getting some open looks whenever he moves out. Whenever he's kind of scrambling, moving out, his receivers are actually doing a good job getting open.
Yeah, you're right. Trips to the right. 2 receivers to the left. Here comes Van Ness in motion. And quarterback pull up the middle. Hey, look, quarterback on quarterback action there. Ball comes out late, Gary. And now the referee on this sideline is going to say his knee was down. 3rd down and 6 for the Greyhounds. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, 1 back in the backfield. There's the snap. Van Ness going to get the carry. And Van Ness falls forward, but short of the marker. And going to bring up 4th down.
Looks like it's going to be about 4th down and about 3, Jordy. Got to go for it.
4th and a long 2, maybe 3. Ball is at midfield. Could be the game here. Offense stays on the field, waiting on the snap. There it is. Van Ness gets the carry, and Van Ness is stood up, but a second effort.
Oh, my goodness.
Might be the difference.
That's going to be close, Jordy. That's going to be real close.
Gary, the initial spot, he was stood up, but he kept those legs charging. And we might have a measurement here.
Measurement.
That is
looks
no,
like a
no
first down.
measurement. Referee says move the chains.
Wow. Talk about determination,
Second
Jordy.
effort.
Yes, sir.
First and 10 Greyhounds. 2:34 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Bad snap, controlled. Van Ness.
Oh, man.
A gaping hole up the middle for 15, 16 yards.
Tell you what, Jordy, he did not want to go down. He kept his legs going.
First and 10. There's the snap. He's going to get it again.
And he's
Fighting for
going.
yardage. And it's hard to find sometimes.
Determination, Jordy. He keeps bouncing off of tacklers, and he just keeps going.
Greyhounds going tempo. Right now they're controlling the line of scrimmage.
You're right, Jordy.
First and 10. Another handoff. Oh, this time. Gary, your starting quarterback came up and laid a hat. Stephen Holloway.
Oh, he's hurt now, Jordy.
He's shaking up after that play.
That's one thing you don't want is your starting quarterback to be playing linebacker and putting laying the lumber like that, but, man, he did.
Second and 10, no gain there. There's the snap. Quarterback drops back to pass under all kind of pressure. Going to be brought down and sacked. And this will make it 3rd and long. Those defensive ends got home there. There on the sack was number 52, Travell Townsley. And it's going to be 3rd down and long. Third and long. Greyhounds backed up behind the chains. And handoff goes for a minimum gain. And that's going to make it 4th and about 10. And a new score update, Gary. Assumption 30, Northwest 22. Started the 4th quarter.
Oh, wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, hold your forwards up. 3 quarters have come and gone from Tiger Stadium. 12 more minutes to go, and somebody's going to punch their ticket to the semis.
Yes,
Stick
sir,
with us, folks. Who wants it more the rest of the way? Thank you for tuning in with us tonight for Logansport and Welsh quarterfinal edition. We greatly appreciate everyone in the chat tonight for allowing us to bring you this quarterfinal matchup. But stick with us, 12 minutes to go. You're watching Under the Lights live from Logansport, Louisiana. Ready to start the fourth quarter here from Tiger Stadium. Greyhounds got an impressive drive going here, but it is fourth down.
And 10.
And this one would be a backbreaker if you don't go get a first down here, Gary.
You're right.
And look at this, Gary. What in the world? Coming out with some trickery. Begno looks, fires, got a man open. Touchdown! Holy cow! What was that?
I have no idea, Jordy, but you know what? It worked.
Have they been saving that one for all season, huh?
I'm telling you.
My goodness. Whoa, hold on, we got some.
Wow. We have some Greyhound fans that are pumped up on that play.
2-point conversion.
And it's good.
And he's in. Don't look now, Gary. Well, we got a new ball game. Greyhound showing some fight here late.
You're right. Wow. Back to a 10-point game, Jordy.
So with the 2-point conversion, your new score from Tiger Stadium. Logansport 36, Welsh 26. I'm going to have to go back and look at that replay later on tonight.
You're right, Jordy.
Man.
Let me tell you something, though. You know,
you draw that one up in the dirt or something?
We must have. Can Logansport come back and actually drive it down the field? But the bigger question is, can Welsh stop them? You know, that's the most important thing. So we want to make sure that, you know, we take advantage of this. But, man, they need to come down and do what they got to do.
Big drive coming up. Fleming takes the carry here, trying to get a couple blocks. Going to be drugged down.
Looks like
all right, score updates from around the state. North Dakota 45, Iowa 14. That's a fourth quarter score. Looks like the run for Iowa will come to an end.
Oh, man. They had a good run this year. Congratulations on a great year.
North Dakota, that's a different machine right now.
You're right. You're right.
Assumption currently leads Northwest 30-20 fourth quarter, but I heard Northwest was driving. Rummel leads St. Paul's 28-18 fourth quarter. Washita Christian leads St. Mary's 56-0. We'll get the rest of these scores after this play. Carter goes for a carry.
Whoa.
And going to be stopped for a minimum game. University Lab looks like they're going to end Lake Charles College Prep's Cinderella run tonight. 38-13. That's a third quarter score.
Oh, wow.
Opelousas High currently leads the defending state champs. Lutcher 18-10. Upset alert.
Upset alert there.
Defending state champs Manny. They're on the ropes, about to get knocked down and knocked out of the playoffs. St. James 34-0. Firing, got a man. Pass is complete. Number 3. Still on his feet. And will not be denied. What a pitch and catch there. From Holloway to Wilson.
Stay there.
But Gary, there is a penalty flag. All the way back at the 40-yard line. Let's see what this call is here.
Whoa.
Illegal man downfield is the call. And that's a big penalty there.
You're right, Jordy. That is a big penalty.
Calvary Baptist leads Parkview Baptist 28-20.
Wow.
The number 1 ranked team in the state is on the ropes. Ascension Catholic trying to go into Screaming Eagle Stadium and kick the door down. Ascension Catholic 36, VC 27.
Whoa.
Union Parish currently leads Bogalusa 27-22. That's in the 4th quarter.
Wow.
Southern Lab leads Central Catholic 28-0. Sterlington has currently pulled away from Pine 33-20 now.
Wow.
LCA leads McDonald 35, 43-21. They'll pop past number 1. And one of the few times tonight, the Greyhound defense has kept him in check.
You're right, Jordy.
St. Charles currently leads Notre Dame 28-14. Turlings has Edie White on the ropes 35-14. Upset alert.
You're right.
Oak Grove has Mangum 31-22 at the moment. Gina has a meet 22-7 in the 4th quarter. 3rd down and 9. Try to get him to jump off sides. Good discipline there. Edna Carr leads Alexandria 40-20. Quarterback and drop back to pass. One-man route. And the pass falls incomplete.
Man. What will they do?
Defense does their job. We'll see if the punting unit comes out here. But what a win for the Greyhounds.
To me, they have to punt this ball away, Jordy.
Kentwood leads Homer 41-20. John Curtis leads Catholic of Baton Rouge 28-23. Ruston leads Walker 28-10. A little rugby style kick, kicking it away from him. And it takes a roll and gonna die down around the 33-yard line where the Greyhounds will set up shop. Down by 10 with 9 minutes and 40 seconds to play here from Tiger Stadium.
Here we go, Jordy. This is where it gets interesting. They have 9 minutes in a 2-score game.
And not converting on a couple of those 2-point conversions earlier are looming large right now.
Right, you're right, Jordy.
Here we go. Who's going to stand tall when the game gets to crunch time? 1st and 10 Greyhounds. Northwest has tied Assumption 30-30.
Oh, wow.
Quick toss to number 8. Being patient, following his blocks. But it looked a little like let's steal a play from the other sideline. That looked like a Logansport play there.
You're right.
(36-26). Logansport leads the Greyhounds. 1st and 10 Greyhounds on the move. Van Ness going to get the carry, and he's going to be swallowed up from behind. Second and 9.
Here we go. 2nd and 9, Jordy.
There's a snap. Quarterback going to pull. Fires to his tight end. Passes complete to number 5. Oh, and is upended. What an open field tackle that was.
What a open field tackle that was, Jordy. He had nothing but green grass in front of him, and he came out and took his legs out.
So it will be 3rd down and about 5. 4-down territory. Can Logansport's defense get a stop? Gonna fire into the flats. Pass it complete to Patton. And Patton gonna be brought down just short of the markers. And it's 4th down.
4th down and about 3.
I don't think anybody in the stadium would second guess you and say who's getting the football here on 4th down. It's
right.
Van Ness time or a push time. And they fumble the football, Gary. It's going to be a turnover on downs. Wow.
You right.
What a bad break there.
That was.
They were trying to go quick. They did not get the snap. And Logansport's going to take over on downs.
I wasn't sure what that was, Jordy. I don't know if that was some type of trick play or if it just didn't come up.
But it never got going. They never got the snap.
Oh, wow.
So it will take over on downs. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. 7:53 to play. You can lean on the clock here. Carter gets the carry. And tackled out of bounds. Gary, you expect Logansport to keep it on the ground here,
or
start
Jordan,
to milk some of that game clock up by 10?
I don't know if they'd ever put it in the air unless necessary. But I mean, right? Yeah, just keep that clock running.
Carter with the carry. Be tackled down by, look like number 75 there of the Greyhounds, Mr. Grimes. 3rd down and 3. Ball is at the 44-yard line with 7:20 to play here in the 4th quarter. And number 1 going to call his own number here. Going to have the first down.
He's going to have a 1st down.
And that's Chapman with a direct snap to the quarterback. When in doubt, give it to that young man.
Yeah, that young man. He's been a workhorse today. Was that 3 touchdowns that he had?
Yes.
So far?
First and 10, being patient here. Not snapping it until they get under 10 seconds.
There you go.
And he's going to take another direct snap. Spins off a tackle, Gary. And he's off to the races and going to be dragged down by number 11, a touchdown-saving tackle. I mean, you had him stopped in the backfield. Somehow he evaded the tackle, spun off of a defender, and picks up about 20 yards. And we have an injured Greyhound on the field.
Right.
Looks like number 29 shaking up for the Greyhounds.
Not sure what it is.
Casey Cormier, the injured Greyhound on the field. Gary will step away at this time. 6:31 to play here in the 4th quarter. Logansport 36, Welsh 26. Number 29, ladies and gentlemen, being helped off on the sideline, Casey Cormier.
Yeah.
Prayers are with that young man. And a final score update. Opelousas High stuns Lutcher tonight. The defending state champs fall. Opelousas 26, Lutcher 10. Gary, Tigers are heading to the semifinals.
Man, I can't believe it. Congratulations to the Opelousas High School Tigers.
Chapman going for a minimum yardage there, but this is all about clock management at this point.
You're right, Jordy. They just want that clock to run and run and run.
If you're Welsh, you got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. When do you start using them? Second and 11. Under 10 seconds on the play clock. Logansport, this is good coaching here, Gary.
Yes, it is.
Quick toss to Carter. Carter cuts it back inside. Going to be brought down.
About the 16-yard line, Jordy. 3rd down and 9.
3rd and 9 here, Gary. You get a stop right here. Got to burn one of those timeouts.
Oh, most definitely.
Keep
Jordy.
as much clock as you can. You have not been airing it out tonight, but you might have to go a little spread moving forward. Third and 9. See what the play call is here. Gonna drop back the pass. Fires over the middle. Pass. Oh, it should have been intercepted. Number 14
Jordy.
dropped an INT there. It hit him in the hands.
Was a little late on that pass, Jordy, and he got a chance to undercut it. And I tell you what, Jordy, that was a big drop for an interception there.
3 minutes, 31 seconds to go in the Northwest Assumption game, Gary. 30-30 is the score.
Wow, that is awesome.
And Assumption has the football. Here we go, 4th and 9, offense stays on the field. Greyhounds desperately need a stop. Quarterback drops back to pass, looks, fires, got a man, pass is caught.
Oh my goodness.
Touchdown, Logansport Tigers. Might be the dagger, Gary.
That might be, Jordy.
Number 3, Wilson climbing the ladder and coming down with the football.
Defense was there, Jordy, but he threw the ball high, and
you got to find a way to get off the field on 4th down there, and a good catch and throw there from the Tigers.
Right, the receiver went up and got it. That was, can't say nothing but a great play. Looks like they're going for 2.
Going for 2 here. And the snap is backed up, and 2-point conversion will be no good. 4:21 to play here from Tiger Stadium. Logansport 42, Welsh 26. Welsh, they got 3 timeouts, Gary, but they got a lot of work to do with little time.
You're right, Jordy.
Kickoff, boot meets ball, fumbled around the 33, 34-yard line, where the Greyhounds fall on it. We'll set up shop, 1st and 10. And the pass falls incomplete there, Gary. Got to start taking some shots downfield.
Right,
You're
Jordan.
down a couple scores.
I don't know.
Logansport, you're a few steps away from punching your ticket to the semis.
Right.
Let them catch it in front of you and rally to catch the football, tackle the
I don't
football.
know who that was intended for, Jordy. That was just thrown like in the middle of everybody.
2nd and 10. Begno going to drop back the pass. Stepping up, running out of time. And tiptoes the sideline. They're going to be drug out of bounds, and a penalty flag will fly. That's going to be a costly penalty. That's going to be 15 yards and a first down.
Right. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty, a first down, Jordan.
An automatic first down. And Gary, correct me if I'm wrong, 5th or 6th personal foul penalty tonight from Logansport.
Oh, at least.
And if you win this football game, that's going to be the first thing Coach is going to want. McGee's going to want to address in the locker room. We got to clean it up.
Oh, you got to clean that up. Last 2 weeks have been really, really hard on that. So they need to really, look at that, because going forward, that's gonna come back and bite you.
Got 2 guys in motion here, and no flag here. Begno looking, taking a shot, and it's underthrown, but comes back and the pass is complete. My mistake, folks. Dives for the end zone, and
he stepped out.
Short of the end zone.
He said he stepped out at the 1.
So my mistake, folks, for not following the action there. I apologize, but what a catch there from number, what was it, 19?
He stepped up.
And they're going to go quick. Push coming. And this is what they wanted to do on 4th down earlier. And he is in.
Yes.
Touchdown, Greyhounds. So the big pass play went to number 19, Dane Iguas. And then number 1.
I guess.
Is his last name. And then number 1 with the quarterback keeper, Jonathan Begno, cuts back into this lead. So every time you think the Greyhounds are out of it and it's the final nail in the coffin, they come right back and show some more fight and some more heart.
You're right.
.349 to play here in the 4th quarter. 2-point conversion try coming. Five's going to go in motion. Low snap 3 on a direct snap. Gets into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is good. So, ladies and gentlemen, your new score from Tiger Stadium with 3:49 to play. Logansport 42, Welsh 34. Greyhounds fighting with every last life in them.
One possession game.
And it is now a 1-possession game. And think about this, Gary. Coach saved all 3 timeouts.
You're right. Wow.
An 8-point game. You wanted drama. You got it here late. But what did you expect? Quarterfinal football at its best.
You're right, Jordy. You are 100% right.
And might see an onside kick here, or do you put it on your defense?
Jordy,
they're going onside kick.
I would go onside, buddy. I think that they're getting ready for it. Look at it. And
we got a penalty flag. They're going to be in all sides
That's what it looks
on
like.
Welsh. Going to back him up 5 yards. Going to re-kick it here. I guess you're at that point. You're at that point. You know you have not stopped Logansport's offense much tonight. Let's try to steal a possession here.
You're right.
Onside kick coming. There it is.
Man.
And did not get a good kick there, Gary. Welsh had to be careful there. Logansport could have picked that thing up and took it back for a touchdown.
Yeah. Did not go 10 yards. It's going to be first down for Logansport at the 39-yard line.
So 1st and 10, you set up Logansport from the 39-yard line, up by 8. And we'll see what kind of game management coach does here. Does he hand it off 3 straight times, or does he try to go for the final dagger?
You've been running the ball pretty well, Jordy. I don't know if I would.
Carter gets the carry here and goes for about 2 yards here. And Coach Corville gonna burn his first timeout.
You're right.
So we'll take a timeout with him, ladies and gentlemen. 3:41 to play. 42-34 your score. Greyhounds have 2 timeouts remaining.
Here we go, Jordy.
Here we go. Quick toss to Carter. Carter cuts it back inside. And Greyhounds rallying to the football, trying to strip it out. And goes for about a gain of 2. Going to bring up 3rd down.
And 6.
And about 6. And Coach calls another timeout. So Welsh will have 1 timeout remaining. So with 3 minutes, 30 seconds to play here in the 4th quarter, big 3rd down looms. We'll be back. Gary, the biggest 3rd down of the game, right here, right now. Who's going to prevail? Quarterback falls under all kind of pressure.
Incomplete.
And the pass falls incomplete. And they save the timeout.
Yes.
And this sideline is fired up. Fourth down. Gary, you punt it, pin them deep here, make them drive the whole field, right?
You're right. I would put it in the corner.
Nobody back deep for Assumption in Northwest headed to overtime. So Logansport burns a timeout, correct? So we check at those timeouts. Logansport has 2 remaining. Welsh has 1 remaining. Greyhounds fixing to get the football back with a 1-score game here. Watch out. Gary's living up to the hype.
That's right, living up to the hype. You said it, buddy.
Gary, guess what? Here comes. Never mind. Quarterback is on the field, but he's playing like a blocking back here.
Right.
So watch out. You never know. Nobody back deep for Welsh. And they block it, Gary. Gets a hands on it, but it takes a friendly roll, and it ain't going to go far. But number 20 got a little hand on it.
Tell you what, Jordy, it's getting exciting.
All right. This is the drive. Logansport, you get a stop. You're headed to the semifinals. Welsh, you go down the field and score, get a 2-point conversion.
Overtime.
We may see overtime. Wow, what a game. Can Bagnall reel his team to a big-time comeback performance? And he's going to start this drive for a huge run. Nobody is sitting on this sideline, Gary. They got a lot of nervous bodies on the other sideline. First and 10 from the 41-yard line. Bagnall goes empty. Now drop back the pass. Now he's going to step up and run. Fires last second. Pass is complete. How did he find a receiver? And number 8, Van Ness. Somehow, some way. And the Greyhounds go quick. They get him. They get him when they're not ready. Pass complete to number 5. And they're going to blow this dead. It's a false start.
Illegal procedure.
Wow. What a penalty in this moment. Greyhounds were going fast. Logansport was trying to substitute people on the field. They didn't have anybody down at the line of scrimmage.
Right.
This should be 1st and 20, right, Gary?
1st and 15.
Okay, 1st and 15.
That's a legal procedure.
2:07 to play. 8-point game. Coming down to the wire. There's a snap. Bagnall looks under all kind of pressure. Steps up. Still looking. Now he tucks it and runs down the sideline and steps out of bounds. Going to be close to that yard marker. I think he is just short. And the clock just hit under 2 minutes. 1:57 to play between the Greyhounds and the Tigers. It's all about heart from here.
You're right, Jordy. Which team wants it the most?
Here we go. 3rd down and 3. There's a snap. Hand off the tailback. And great defense there from Logansport. Oh, my mistake. Now it is 3rd down. Because of the penalty, it was a repeat 1st down.
Right, correct.
So it is 3rd down and 2. And they going with that little tush push look. Instead, they hand it off to number 5. So
That's
they fake the.
1st down.
Gary, they said the
No,
ball
they have
came
a ball
out.
came loose. Ball.
But the referee on this sideline is saying his knee was down. So, Gary, they handed off to Patton there instead of going with the tush push. And they pick up the first down.
I think that's what they were trying to do a while ago when they fumbled.
Yes. First and 10, Greyhounds. Fakes the pass on the right. Looking, surveying, firing up in the middle, and it is tipped up. And the second effort knocked down.
Jordy, you know how close that was to both a touchdown as well as an interception?
You're right.
Man, that was so close. Who wants it more, Jordy?
Second down and 10. Bagno waits. There's the motion. Handoff, reverse. Flip back to the receiver. Fires back to the quarterback to the receiver. Number 3 gets a couple blocks. So it was a handoff, a reverse, a flip back to the quarterback, a throw back to the receiver. And that one had a little bit of everything. And the game clock just hit under a minute. A lot of nervous energy in the stadium. The game is won or lost on this drive. And Welsh will burn a timeout. Catch your breath, folks. We're going to catch our breath too, Gary. 36 seconds remain. If Welsh scores, the game comes down to a 2-point conversion. If Logansport gets a stop, they're headed to the semifinals. Get ready, folks. Drama at its finest.
Final?
Here we go. What you got, 3rd and 1?
3rd down and 1.
Bagno looks, fires, passes, tipped, and incomplete.
4th down and 1.
And it is 4th down, Gary.
From the 5?
I can't tell, but all those summers, you got to those locker rooms early. All those late nights, it comes down to right here. You need a yard, you need a stop. Who wins it? 4th down. Bagno looks under pressure. Buying time, fires, passes, intercepted.
Oh my goodness!
Baby. Tigers are headed to the semis. And the sideline.
What did they call? Was it intercepted?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
What a game and what a ending.
My goodness.
Now, Gary, this one is not over. Think about this. They're at the half-yard line. You got to get it out of your end zone here. Can't afford to fumble here in the end zone.
Do you take a safety?
No.
22 seconds?
No, you give the ball right back to them.
I know, but then they give it a free kick.
And coach is going to talk about it. Timeout, Logansport with 22 seconds remaining.
Quarterback sneak, just get a yard, and what do? You just get a yard, and hopefully, Greyhounds have no timeouts left. That was Logansport just took one, so.
But Gary, quarterfinal game, and we drove 3 hours. And we get a ball game like this.
This is one of the best games we've seen this year.
But they're in dangerous territory right now, inches on their goal
You're
line.
right.
If you're the Greyhounds, you sell out here. You try to get a push here, try to cause a fumble, recover it in the end zone.
You're right.
You're at any point right here. Logansport, got to get some breathing room here.
You're right.
Here we go.
Look, tight
And
push.
they go quarterback keep up the middle. And got the yard they needed. And that one will do it, my friend. And the clock will run away here tonight. What a gutsy effort from the Greyhounds. But the will to survive at home. Logansport finds a way at the end.
Wow,
And they are
Jordan.
headed to the semifinals. And guess what, Gary? They ain't got to go far next week because they're the #1 team in the state. And the semifinals will be right back here at Tiger Stadium next week.
Awesome. I tell you what, can't say anything, but man, what a great effort by the Welsh Greyhounds. They did it. They came in here. They weren't intimidated. They did what they had to do, and they were that close to taking this game to overtime.
And Gary, you go back to the early turnovers, man.
Right.
Those
definitely.
2 turnovers were big factors in the first half. Where
They
had
were.
to play catch up the entire game.
Yes, you
But
are
tonight,
right.
my friend, when they were down driving to go try to tie this game up,
Yeah.
it was the defense that gets the stop at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta give this a hand to both teams. It's a shame that one team has to lose, but man, you have one of the best ball clubs in the state all year. All year.
And they were pushed to the wire
And they
tonight.
pushed to the wire tonight by the Welsh Greyhounds. Welsh has nothing at all to hang their heads about. That was a gutsy performance. Congratulations to the Greyhounds and on a great year. And look out, Logansport Tigers
trying to get back to the
back
dome.
to the dome. Right.
They checked off this box here tonight.
Thank you.
And they got one more box to check next week, Gary.
One more to do it, and then you'll see. But like I said, you gotta say nothing but praises to both of these teams. Congratulations to Logansport. They're the #1 team in the state for a reason. Man, the Welsh Greyhounds represented, I want to call it our locals very well tonight. You can't say anything but congratulations. The Greyhounds came out in force, and they did a great job tonight. Congratulations to all of them. But man, we got a lot of exciting football, and we got a lot of wows tonight too, Jordy.
Be hard not to do a recap show, my friend.
I know it. We might do it on the way back.
So we're watching the final play of the Northwestern Assumption game right now. It looks like it's gonna come down to a 2-point conversion in overtime. Assumptions. Yes, sir. And they're going for it, Gary, and he gets in. We're headed to double overtime.
Really? Wow.
So at this time, Gary, I guess it's time to announce player of the game honors.
Yeah, Jordy. Talk about some wild performing today. But we got to say one thing, that, the player of the game really did a great job. Can't ask for any more, man. He was amazing.
You go player of the game honors tonight, and you have to give it to this young man tonight. #1, Duartez Chapman is your player of the game tonight, Gary.
Yeah, most definitely.
For the Logansport Tigers.
Well done.
He did a little bit of everything. He made some tackles on defense. He's covered their best receiver. He had 3 touchdowns in the first half.
Right.
And when they needed the big-time yardage, he would go and get those yards from the wildcat position.
Right. You are right, Jordan.
So, I mean, Number 1, Mr. Do-It-All wins Under the Lights Player of the Game honors tonight. Duartez Chapman. What a game. Hey, that senior and that senior class, they have another week here at home next week with a chance to head to the Dome.
You're right, Jordan. You're right.
Want to say congratulations to the Logansport Tigers, and want to say congratulations to the Welsh Greyhounds on a great season. About time we wrap things up here tonight. But before we go, I want to say a couple thanks to a couple of people. Thank you to Logansport High School, Logansport head football coach and the administration. Thank you to Welsh High School, Welsh football coach and Welsh administration for allowing us to be here tonight and bringing you this contest. It was a great one, and we enjoyed every bit of it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to being great sports in the chat and choosing Under the Lights to bring you this football game. We'll sign off for now, but we'll definitely be back for the semifinals. We'll see where we're headed on Sunday. We'll give you some score updates. We'll give you some score updates in a minute. Gary, you want to get score updates, or you'd rather shut it down?
No,
and
go ahead.
Go to the recap show.
Go ahead. Let's go ahead and get some score updates.
I mean, Enoch, pull up. I got it right here. Yes, sir. No,
Yeah,
we're giving the chat some score updates before we leave. Okay. Temperature dropped, huh?
It got a good little temperature drop over
So,
here, man.
Assumption scored,
What?
and they did not convert to two-point conversion. So, if Opelousas scores, if Northwest scores, they got a kicker.
No, they got to go for 2.
Not in high school.
Yes.
St. James, give me the your. Hold on, I got it right here.
Bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting some scores.
Okay, that didn't work. Okay. I'll take score stream. Gary, you come and watch this.
Go ahead.
Northwest going for the win, Gary.
Okay, go ahead. Just keep me informed.
34 up the gut. Down at the 6. Where's your list of games? Or can you just pull this up? KWBJ 22. Let's take a look at our sponsors while we look for these scores. That's it. If you'd like to follow us on social media, ladies and gentlemen, Northwest just scored, tied it up. They're going for the win. There's our social media pages. Special thank you to Top Tier Trees, Dirt, and Demolition for being a sponsor tonight. Also, the Crawfish House and Grill. Somebody just won a free meal to the Crawfish House, which is number 1.
Right.
And then I got a plaque for him also. So we'll give him that on the way out. And then Derville's Racing Stables out of Opelousas, Louisiana. Timeout. So ladies and gentlemen, we're signing off for now. Cannot get these scores up for some reason. Good night from Logansport, Louisiana. My name is Jordan Taylor. This was Gary Swallow. This is Enoch Brogy. Have a great rest of your weekend. Happy holidays. And we'll see you next time.
Stay warm.